Alfredo, Alfredo, Alfredo. Seems like everywhere I go, I'm constantly hearing about Alfredo. In restaurants, cafes, even food trucks. So it only seemed right for me to do my version of Alfredo pasta. But not any old Alfredo pasta, I'm talking a pasta infused with local flavor. So, I'm calling this one my Trini Alfredo pasta. It's got the spiciness and earthiness you'd expect in a well-seasoned Trini pot, together with the richness and creaminess you'd expect in a good Alfredo pasta. Spiciness balanced with creaminess. You just can't go wrong. Let's make my Trini Alfredo pasta.
Let's get started on the spice rub. So to a bowl, you want to combine some curry powder, roasted cumin, chili powder, some salt, some brown sugar, and a bit of fresh cracked black pepper. Give everything a stir to combine. Time to season our shrimp. So I'm using 2 pounds of shrimp that have been peeled, deveined, and washed. All you have to do is sprinkle on your spice rub. Now I like to do this in 2 parts. Give it a good toss because you want your shrimp to be well coated in this rub. Now it may look like a lot of rub, but you really want to get that packed on in there because this is what is going to give you all that flavor. Add some oil to a skillet and on medium-high heat, cook your shrimp for just a couple of minutes on each side. What you're looking for is a subtle char on the surface of the shrimp, a little bit of caramelization if you will. Now while your shrimp are cooking, what you can do is get your pasta going in a pot of boiling water. Now what I will say is you see how nicely the rub stuck to the shrimp? That is exactly what we wanted because this is going to get tossed into our pasta later on and infuse the entire dish. Now you want to reserve your shrimp off to the side and time for the next step, which is the sauce. So grate 3 cloves of garlic. To a pot, add your butter and your garlic and cook that very, very briefly. You don't want your garlic to burn, so as soon as it gets to this stage, you want to deglaze with your stock. Allow that to cook for 1 minute and then in with your cooking cream. Now be sure to reduce the heat at this point because you don't want your cream to bubble. In with the cheese. Now I'm using half and half, Parmigiano and Pecorino Romano, but you can use either or, it's perfectly fine. And now it's time for my secret little ingredient, fresh grated nutmeg. This just adds the subtlest hint of spice. Now in with your pasta, and you're just going to give everything a nice toss. Now before I forget, all of the ingredients along with the exact quantities and the full instructions for this recipe, it's listed on my website www.ameliadoesdinner.com, so head on over. Now add your shrimp to your pasta and it is time for the finishing touches, one of which happens to be a true Trini staple. I'm talking shadow beni or cilantro, so add that on there, add some extra cheese for good measure, and it is time to toss everything well. And we've just created the most gorgeous pot of pasta, flavorful, creamy, and delicious.